Hey, let's talk about these bouncy curls in a step-by-step rod set. Stay tuned. So these are the products I use. Of course, it's the Pure Collection, and I'm going to detail and tell you how I use them. You'll need a spray bottle of water, a comb, a paddle brush, and some perm rods. Let's get started. So this is my freshly washed hair, blown dry, nice and airy and fluffy. As you can see, I started on a few rods in the back, but I'm going to take you step by step on how I achieve this beautiful look. So as you can see, my hair is just fluffy and ready to go. So the first things first, we're going to look at my hair and determine which sections we want to do and how we want to go. But let's talk about how I got these for airy hair. So I did one shampoo with Therapeutic, and then I did the second shampoo with moisture to add back moisture to it. I conditioned with Restoring Conditioner for about 5 minutes. Then I rinsed it out and blew my hair dry to achieve this nice big fluff. I'm using today Calm and Curl and Sleek Serum cocktail together with some water. Next, I'm going to talk about the clips that I use. I love the Gator clips, and I have them in purple, and I like to separate my hair with those. They work really well to separate. You need a comb for this process, and then you also need my favorite rods, the beige color, as well as the fuchsia. So I got 2 different sizes because I'm going for 2 different looks. So now it's time to get started. First things first, you want to go through and section your hair. I like to use a rat tooth comb. So I'm just going to go through and part my hair as need be necessary of how I want to style it. Now I'm sectioning off this part in the front because I want this part to come in front of my face. So I want the curls to fall in my face. So as you see, I'm coming up from my eyebrow and sectioning it off around and then clipping that section away. Because that section I will need to maneuver the perm rods in a different direction. Don't worry about your partings. They do not have to be straight. I'm not a stickler on straight parts. So go ahead and clip that section out the way. Next, we want to separate the big section at the bottom so that we can begin adding these rods to the sections. I like to use about a 1-inch section all the way around, just not to have too much hair on the perm rods. Once you section that up and making sure that it's even, we are then going to clip that section out the way as well. Now, since we have our sections, let's get started with the first section. Like I said, I'm using 1-inch sections and also 1-inch sections back. First, you need to damp your hair with some water. You do not want to have your hair soaked because it will revert back into your curl texture if you're natural. So I just like to damp it just enough so that it can give it a uniform. You're going to add about a dime size of the Calm and Curl cream. And just 1 little squirt of the Sleek Serum. Go ahead and cock those together. Rub your hands together. And apply that mixture onto your hair. You want to be sure to focus on those ends so that you can make sure you have a sleek look. Now you're going to start at the end, wrap your hair around the perm rod. I like to go up a few sections and pull on it tight to make sure it's sturdy. Roll up just a little bit more and twist it. Come up. Make sure you have all the little missing or hanging loose strands and then roll all the way up. So I like to do 2 twists, and I'm doing 2 twists so that you can get that bouncy curl look. So let's take it again. Again, damp your hair with the spray bottle of water. Smooth it out. Next, you're going to take your comb and comb it through just to get any tangles out to make sure it's nice and smooth. Cocktail the comb and curl cream, dime size. Mix it with a little bit of the sleek serum. Go ahead and rub that together in the palm of your hand and then add that mixture to your section of hair. Be sure to focus on those ends to smooth those out onto the perm rod. I'm combing it one more time to get any knots or tangles out. And now it's time to use the beige perm rod. So you're gonna roll the ends around the end of the perm rod. Rolling up just a little bit. Then you wanna pull it tight to make sure it's not going anywhere. Catch any missing strands. Roll up just a little bit more before you begin to twist it. Hold it with your fingers, twist, roll up some more, grab any missing strings that may have fell down. Roll a little bit more and twist one more time. Depends on how long your hair is. You may can get about 3 to 4 twists in there, but my hair is about medium length, so I like to get at least 2 twists in there. And then we're just gonna keep doing this process all the way throughout this second section. So now it's time to focus on this back section. So again, we spritz the hair with water. We've added our cocktail mix of calm and curl and sleek serum. And now we're proceeding to roll the hair up. So we roll it up, pull on it tight. And then to make sure it's nice and sturdy, which we see it is, go up a little bit more with the roller, twist the hair to give it that bounce, roll up a little bit more, twist it one more time, and then go ahead and secure it at the base. This is how you're going to get those great bouncy curls that we can't wait to have at the finished results. So now it's time to rod my shaved side section. So I shaved my hair about a year ago from my aunt who has breast cancer, and so with this section I'm going to be using the fuchsia rods to achieve a nice curl on this side. So I've already spritzed my hair with some water, adding a little bit of the calm and curl cream and a tad bit of sleek serum. Mix those together and add that to that section. Make sure I'm focusing on those ends. Gonna comb it out, make sure it's nice and smooth. Grab me a fuchsia rod, and I think I'll be able to get one twist out of this section. So roll up, pull tight, make sure it's nice and sturdy. Then begin to twist once and go ahead and finish up that roll. So if you do have shorter hair, you can achieve at least one twist. So now let's go into the next section. So go ahead and drop that section down. And make sure you have at least an inch section going all the way around. I noticed that I had a little bit more hair in the back, so you're gonna see me separating that back section and putting some of that hair in with the front section portion that I section off. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull that section up and then begin on this side, still doing 1-inch sections. So now it's time for us to get to this front section. So I'm going to use the larger fuchsia rods, but I also have smaller ones, and I'm going to use those right in front. So for this section, we're going to start off with the larger one because as you see, the hair is longer in this section. And I'm going to go ahead and part off a 1 inch section or half an inch section. And I'm going to begin to spritz it with some water. I'm going to add a little bit of Calm & Curl cream and Slick Serum, cocktail those together and add it to that section. Be sure to detangle, make sure it's nice and smooth. And with this rod, I'm going to twist in front of my face so that I can have the curls falling directly in my face. So again, secure the ends, make sure it's nice and tight. So pull on it. Once you realize that, twist up a little bit more, twist around, and try to get 2 twists in there, which I could. Yes. Go ahead and secure it, and it's going to be extra bouncy in your face. You do want to make the ones in your face a lot tighter, especially if your hair is a lot longer. So that's another reason why I go to a smaller rod set, just because I want those curls to fall a little bit above my eyebrow and not in my eye until at least day 2 or 3. So just repeat the process, and we're almost to the end. Yay! So we have finished our rod set. This process should take you about 30 minutes to get all these rods in your hair and secured. I have a couple variations of them in the color, and now it's time to go to bed. I sleep in these overnight and take them out in the morning. So now I'm back, and it's time to take them out. Now, sometimes you don't have to sleep in them. It just depends on how damp you get your hair. So if you spritz your hair very lightly, I usually can wait maybe an hour and a half and still achieve this same look. So right now, I just sprayed my hair with the Pure Finish spray to give it a nice slip as I'm taking it loose and some added shine. Look at that bounce. Check out all that body and bounce that your hair has. I'm in love with it. Let's take it another section. All these curls are going to be so pretty. Can't wait to see the finished results. Keep on watching. Now, since we've gotten all the rods out, it's time to separate those curls so you can fill in those gaps where the rods were sitting. So I'm just going to go through and separate each one. You can separate them in more separations. I'm only doing halves right now. That's just to see how well it's looking. But you see the curls are very bouncy and looking very nice. So as full as I want it, you just would continue to separate the hair all the way around until it's to your fullness of your liking. So my hair is finally at the fullness that I'm liking. I am loving these curls. They're super bouncy. They're super soft. They have lots of body and motion and movement. I am so excited. But this style will last you probably about 3 to 5 days. All you have to do is do a pineapple at night. So I just want to thank y'all so much for purchasing Pure Hair Care, and I hope you enjoy this rod set and you love the products just as much as I do. Visit us online at www.purebyhg.com.